Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. BamaCooley here, and I'm standing next to the 2025 Chevy Corvette Z06. Now what's changed from 20 to 25 from 2024? Not that much, but we're going to go over some of the changes and we're going to drive the hell out of it and give it the business. So come on, let's go. Everybody knows about a year and a half ago I reviewed a Z06, and it was one of my favorite reviews because that car is America's answer to the supercar. It's the answer to the Ferrari, the McLaren, the Lamborghini, and it matches those times at a lot of tracks. It matches those times in acceleration and handling, and at minimum it's $100,000 less in price, and sometimes 2 or 3 times less than price. So this is America's answer to the supercar, and I absolutely loved driving it, and I loved it so much I wanted to review the 25 and drive the damn thing again. So coming to the front, I'm not going to touch on this a lot because we all kind of know what these look like now, but I just love the way everything comes to the snout here. Like I said in my previous review, it looks like a jet fighter or a shark, if you will. You got the aggressive lines coming down. Of course, you got the LED lamps, which are on here. You do have the carbon black, which is an option for this particular vehicle, along the grills here, which sucking in fresh air and funnel it to the back where the engine is. Of course, you got the splitter coming here. Coming over to the side, you are staggered on 20 and 21 inch Michelins, and this is kind of a pearl chrome color for the wheels right here. And this did change. Now you have the 10 spoke wheels. That is a change for 25. And of course you got the yellow Corvette brake calipers. You got Corvette forged aluminum right here, and the wheels do look pretty sharp. You can also get the wheels in carbon fiber. You can get them in gloss black and things like that. So coming over here more to the side, of course you got that carbon black option, which is on the roof, and it's on all the trimming right here. You got the black Z06 right here. You got more aerodynamics and wind sucking in here, funneling fresh air to that engine. And let's just be honest, Corvette went from being a muscle car to what I consider a supercar, and that causes a lot of controversy. When I said that last time on Instagram and on YouTube, people were like, it's not a supercar. And BS. Go look at the measure, go look at the track times, go look at how it handles, go look at the G's that'll pull. It's a supercar. It is. It's beyond a muscle car. Mustang Dark Horse is a muscle car. Camaro is a muscle car. This is a supercar. All right, let's go on to the back. All right, coming around to the back, of course you got your spoiler here in the carbon black. You got your rear lamps here. You got 4 massive exhaust tips, and you'll see in the B-roll this thing sounds amazing. And when you drive it, and I got the camera set up when we do the driving, you will hear it. The engine sits right behind you. It is absolutely awesome. It's one of the best sounding engines that I've actually ever driven, and I just think it looks fantastic. Now I can't show you the engine because it is back here and it is covered up and we can't open it, but I'm sure it looks amazing if we could see it. So, all right, let's go in and take a look on the inside. Sitting inside this, it is definitely geared to the driver, and that is not a bad thing at all. It's almost like you're sitting in a spacecraft or a jet fighter plane. Of course, the steering wheel here is a racing steering wheel. You got carbon fiber, you got your racing stripe, you got Z06 running here, you got your Corvette emblem. It's all stitched and it's leather, and it looks really good. And of course you got your Z modes, you got your lane keep assist, you got your, you know, everything you would need. Series, heated steering wheel, basically whatever you want. So, but sitting in this, the bolstering is really good. It is all electrical seats, you know, so you can adjust it any way you want. 10, 12-way electrical seats. And you got the Bose upgraded system here, and you got leather going across all through here, and it with the white stitching, and it does look really good. You got your phone charger back here. You got your Bose speaker right here. You know, you got your Corvette stitch emblem right here stitching. The seats are heated and cooled, so you do have some creature comforts. everything you need is in a line, as far as air conditioning, heater, heated seats, cooled seats, and that's to save space. This is a two-seater, so you're maximizing space, and that's exactly what they do. You got 2 cup holders. You have a little bit of storage with USBs here. And I do like this little cover you have, the leather cover for this, and you can go in here, and this is what actually changes your drive modes. And one of the things I do like with what Chevy does here is that the animations on the drive modes and then the digital gauge cluster are absolutely amazing. Like, I could watch these all the time. And get yourself familiar with these drive modes, because we will be in sport and we will be in track when we do the driving portion of this. But when I say this thing is geared to the driver, even the screen itself is actually facing the driver. It's not you know, it's not equidistant from the driver to the passenger. Nobody cares about the passenger at this point. I mean, relatively speaking, but it's geared to the driver so he can make the adjustments and he can get ready to drive. It's a supercar that is absolutely ready for the track, and this isn't even optioned with the full-blown track package. It's got option for the carbon fiber interior package, but you could even take this a step up and go for the full-blown track package with more downforce, and then definitely be ready to hit Barber Motor Speedway with that. But as far as sitting in here and comfort, you could definitely take this on a long road trip. Now, you don't have a lot of room to pack your bags because you got a little bit up front, you got a little bit in the back. That being said, just from a driving standpoint, it's absolutely comfortable. It does have a manual mode. You can put this in. You got carbon fiber gear shifters here. I usually just go ahead and let the automatic transmission take care of it and go from there. So, like I said, and another creature comfort, you do have the video in the rear view mirror, which I think is a really good touch. Now, let's go outside and we'll talk about the performance and the power that this supercar actually puts down. All right, everybody. Before we talk about performance, you noticed earlier I pointed out there's a few things that did change, and I pointed out the 10-spoke wheels earlier. Another thing that changed is colors. This is a Hysteria Purple Metallic, brand new color for 2025, and especially with this carbon black in the trim, I think it looks really good in the sun. It just really pops and it really makes this car stand out. And it's a break from your normal blacks, reds, grays, and all the colors like that. So I think this is a really good color, especially for this type of car. Okay, so let's talk about what everybody cares about, performance. This is the same flat plane crank, 5.5 liter naturally aspirated V8. It cranks out 670 horsepower and 460 pound-feet of torque. This thing will rev to 8,500 RPMs and sounds like a damn banshee going down the road. It's absolutely amazing. 0 to 60 in about 2.6 seconds, quarter mile in 10.5. Top speeds pushing around 193, 195 miles an hour. In the previous review, I had one up to 152. Won't do that today because it's a difference between a private owner and a dealer car. So we won't test that there. However, in the day and age where everything is turbocharged or supercharged, even in the V8s, this is the throwback to having a naturally aspirated V8 that kicks ass and still cranks out 670 horsepower. This is also paired to an 8-speed dual clutch automatic transmission, so shifting is seamless, especially when you have it in sports mode and track mode. This thing will go through the gears and definitely make sure you get the acceleration you want and go into the next one. It's absolutely fun as hell to drive. Now there's only one thing left to do. Let's go drive this beast, go down to Tijuana and give it the business. All right, everybody. Here is the driving portion of the review and what myself and all of you have been waiting on. Let's get going. I think we have all the cameras set up where they need to be. pull out of this dip. And of course, it's Grand Central Station coming out here. Damn, that car hung up. Well, I believe we are in sport mode still. At some point we'll change it to track mode, but the key thing here is that exhaust. Holy hell. I did notice some people earlier when we were coming down sitting outside, and as we were coming through looking at us. Because you know you have to go through this street like 25 miles an hour. You cannot beat the performance you get out of this for the money. This particular model MSRP is for about 140 grand, which is night and day cheaper than a McLaren, a Lambo, or a Ferrari.
We can keep going straight.
Okay. We're going to see what kind of torque this has a little bit right here. Oh, that engine sounds great. Hope everybody can hear it, and I'm sure you have to be able to hear it either on this camera or on the phone camera. You did start that one back there, right?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm constantly like running up, and then I'm having to slow down, and then I'm running up. This in sport suspension and sport steering, so we will feel the dips and divots in the road a little bit more than if we were in the touring. But the takeoff wouldn't be near as fun. I like the pop back it does too when it's gearing down and slowing down. Like I said, everybody, you're sitting in a cockpit here. The way this is set up is strictly for the driver. The way the camera's facing, or the way the display's facing, how the steering wheel's set up, how all these controls are set up to save space. Keep on straight. Even though we won't approach it today, this will rev up to 8,500 RPMs. Purple really stands out and makes this car, makes everybody notice it. Good times, good times. You can lower the sound of the engine why. Like, nobody immediately behind me. I'm going to sit here and let them go for a minute. Then after I get over this hump, I'm going to get up to 30 miles an hour, which is what the speed limit is. Always obey the speed limit, people. Just 30. That's all it is. Screams like a damn banshee. Well, this is a different take than what I normally do. Normally I don't do as much downtown city driving when it goes on my reviews, so this is a little bit of a different. Comment below in the comment section about what you guys think about the Z06. Do y'all consider it a supercar, or do you still think that McLaren and Ferrari and all the others still have something on Chevy here? I don't. Now, there's obviously certain models of those that are faster than this and whatnot, but you're also going to pay about $500,000 for it too. This car can definitely be a daily driver. I would have no problems driving this every day to the office. Hope everybody notices I'm staying a little bit more quiet, not speaking quite as much during this review, because one, I want y'all to get more of the driving portion of it without hearing me. But this is definitely a fun car to drive, and I highly recommend it. I'd love to get one of these out on Barber and go around that a few times with it. All right, everybody knows I don't believe in breaking the speed limit, so we will calmly get up to merging speed. There wasn't so much traffic. All right, everybody, there you have it. The 2025 Corvette Z06, America's answer to the world's supercars. This thing is nice as hell on the inside, fun as hell to drive, and even though it's expensive like everything else, it's an absolute bargain for the performance that you get. So special shout out to my friends at Hendrick Chevy in Hoover, Alabama. I'll put all their information in the description. Also you'll see their website down in the video, and give them a call if you're interested in a Corvette or any type of Chevrolet. So remember, when you're in the back streets of Tijuana like we are today, and you got a fun car or truck to drive, go ahead and give it the business. Have a good time with it, and make sure you get away from those federales. We'll talk to y'all later.